My name is Chris Gorman, 2023 Boys Nation delegate, Grand City, New Jersey.
My name is Dylan Dukes, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from New Jersey.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my parents, Boys New Jersey, that just sent me here to represent them, and my teacher, Mr. Eagles, the English teacher and basketball coach, that built me the man I am.
I want to thank God first and foremost, my family, and all the Boys State New Jersey members at home. Thank you guys so much.
I'm Senator Thomas Fleming for Alabama. I'm Senator Lane Ritchie, sweet home of Alabama. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Yancey Mitchell, who was the counselor who drove me to go for governor at Alabama, as well as my mother and father for tirelessly pushing me to be better than that.
I'd like to thank my father for staying so committed in my life and looking at my accomplishments and inspiring me to be better. I'd also like to support my city of Fraser for Alabama Boys State, who are motivating me to run for lieutenant governor. Thank you.
My name is Langston Capter, Oregon Boys Nation delegate 2023.
My name is Morgan Sutter, Boys Nation delegate 2023 from Oregon.
I would like the opportunity to thank Boys State, or Oregon Boys State, Boys Nation, the American Legion, and especially my parents, Nicole and Andrew Capter, who raised me to be a great young man. Thank you.
I'd like to first and foremost thank Oregon Boys State for nominating me, as well as I'd love to thank Dan and Lowenthal for pushing me to be here and actually participate in this program.
My name is Grady Eiley, 2023 State Senator of Alaska.
My name is Patrick Olney, also 2023 State Senator for Alaska.
I would like to thank my family and my legionnaire, Kevin Collier, for bringing me here.
I would also like to thank my family and Utah State, Boys State, for allowing us to join their program for us. Thank you.
My name is Patrick Shen, and I'm a 2023 Boys Nation Senator.
My name is Alexander Turnus, also 2023 Boys Nation Senator from North Dakota.
I would just like to thank my history teacher. He's taught me a lot of history, and he's also taught me to be a better person.
I would like to thank my parents for raising me to be who I am, and I would like to thank Landon Schmeichel. He's a man that's tracking me every day.
My name is Mustafa Rayal from the Red District of Columbia, 2023 Boys Nation.
I'm Jackson Wilson, 2023 Senator for the District of Columbia.
I would like to thank all of the staff members from UT Boys State for that great opportunity to be here, along with Mr. Love from Post 298 for the opportunity to come to Boys Nation.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my college counselor, Ms. Mills, because without her I would never have been here. And also to thank my parents, because they raised me very well.
My name is Akshay Manchanda. I'm a Boys Nation 2023 Senator from New Hampshire.
My name is James Tebow. I'm also a 2023 Boys Nation Senator from the great state of New Hampshire.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my family for always pushing me to be the man I am today. They have provided me with endless support, and I am going to forever be grateful to them. I would also like to thank New Hampshire Boys State and all the participants and counselors who believed in me to represent our state at a national level, along with my high school, Manchester Central High School, in particular Miss Amy Pennington, for recommending me to this program.
I would like to thank God for guiding me through all of my hardships and struggles throughout this process, as well as my friend Harrison Spaltov, who was a Boys Nation governor 2 years ago, who recommended me to the program, and for the Boys Nation, our Boys State counselors, and my friends back there who believed in me enough to send me here to represent them. Thank you.
My name is Doug Gauntlet from Forsyth County, Georgia, and I'm the 2023 Boys Nation delegate.
My name is Sills, Kentucky, from Fulton County, Georgia, Atlanta, Boys Nation.
I'd like to thank my parents for inspiring me to be here. My teachers, Mr. Coletti, Mr. Fahey, Ms. Frankel, and Mr. George Gray, and all the other wonderful counselors at our Boys State, as well as Director Phil Youngwood.
I would also like to thank Georgia Boys State for sending me this amazing opportunity, particularly the Georgia American Legion. I owe to the former Georgia Head Coach, specifically Mr. Steve Debra, for getting me here, as well as my beach and our team, Georgia Boys State, and my family for continued support.
Hi, my name is Senator Ronald Spears II. I'm the Great State of Ohio.
Hi, my name is Ethan Young from Great State of Ohio.
I would like to thank my family, friends, and supporters, and we'd both like to thank the American Legion Department of Ohio, Buckeye Boys State staff, and American Legion Post 496 in Kent, Ohio, for supporting us.
I would like to thank my family, and we would like to thank Kent Theodore Roosevelt High School and Honorable Mr. College.
I'm Senator Harrison Henry from Arkansas. And I'm Senator Tanner Holt from Arkansas.
I'd like to first and foremost thank my family and Arkansas Boys State Administration, Dr. Boyd Jackson, and Mr. Bryan.
I'd like to thank my Arkansas Boys State counselor, Keon Atkins, for pushing me to pursue this opportunity at Boys Nation, and my mom, Melissa Holden, for helping me become the man I am today.
I'm Senator Smith Langham from Bethany, Oklahoma. I'm Senator Asher Patel from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'd like to take this chance to thank my amazing family for believing in me, and also the amazing staff at Oklahoma Boys State. I would like to take a moment to thank my parents for instilling good values in me, my brother, the Oklahoma Boys State staff for always supporting us, and my school, Holland Hall, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, for always building up my character. Thank you. I'm Richard Bosch, the U.S. Senator for Colorado.
And I'm Senator Sid Reddy, the U.S. Senator for Colorado.
I just want to take the time to thank God and my parents for raising me to be the man that I am today. My friends back at home, especially John Schroeder, for supporting me in everything that I do. And the two directors, Mr. Janet and Norm, for getting me here. Thank you.
I would like to thank my family who have been with me every step of my journey here, and Sarah Moss for instilling a love of government and understanding of it as well.
I'm Francisco Villalobos, Boys Nation 2023 Senator from New Mexico. I'm Eric Rodriguez, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from New Mexico.
First off, I'd like to thank my parents for always being my support. I'd like to thank my Boys State for helping me be here. And lastly, I'd like to thank my sister for encouraging me to go to it.
I'd like to thank my parents and my American Legion posting one out from just 114, and most importantly, Ryan Gordon for sponsoring me.
My name is Senator Chase Hall from the state of Arizona.
My name is Senator Guy Schroeder from the state of Arizona.
Now I'd like to take this time to thank my family, my guidance counselor, Mrs. Abrams, and the Arizona Boys State program for allowing me to have this amazing opportunity.
I would like to thank my counselor, Claudia Ramirez, my dad, and AZ Boys State, and Director Larry Bayham.
I am Senator Porter Nelson from Lincoln, Nebraska.
And I am Senator Diane Bale from Omaha, Nebraska.
I'd like to thank the Lord, my family, my counselor Kelly Winter, Cornhusker Kiwanis, and the American Legion Post 3 Nebraska for their support.
I would like to thank my predecessor, Victor Bennett, for introducing me to great programs in American Legion, my parents for raising me so well and qualified for this program, and American Legion Post 374 for opening the doors to this opportunity. And together, we would both like to thank
Cornhusker Boys State
and their amazing counselors
for this wonderful opportunity they gave us.
My name is Benjamin Black, Senator from the state of Florida. My name is Siddhartha Rama, Senator from the state of Florida. I'd like to thank my mother for encouraging me to apply to this program, American Legion Post 129, and specifically Mr. Mike Flanagan for sponsoring me to go to Boise State, and my city councilors at Boise State, Mr. Jack Rowan and Ms. Darcy Bachman-Wright, for supporting me to come here.
I would like to thank Alan Cohen at American Legion Post 321 for sponsoring me. I would like to thank my city trooper and my counselor, letting them know for giving me the confidence, courage, and strength to be here and speaking with all of you today. And I would like to most importantly thank my parents for instilling within me a drive to always never settle and always go for more.
My name is Alex Chad, Boise Nation Senator representing the Great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
My name is Arjun Ray, Boise Nation Senator representing the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
I'd first like to thank Post 134 back in Westchester. I'd like to thank my parents for their infinite love and support. Keystone Boise State and Wilhelm City.
I'd like to thank the people at American Legion Post 960 and Keystone Boise State for placing their trust in me, my mentors in Broughton School, my incredible family, and my friend Tyler Trout. Thank you.
My name is James Romano, and I'm a Boise Nation delegate of 2023.
My name is Dan Pizarro, and I'm the Boise Nation delegate from Connecticut 2023.
I'd like to thank my local post of Trumbull, Post 141. I'd like to thank my school, St. Joseph High School for great education. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my parents and family for raising me and providing me.
I'd like to thank Director Greenleaf from the Boise State of Connecticut, as well as the whole town of Adams from the state of Connecticut. And lastly, my AP US history teacher and local teacher, Christopher Wonka, for instilling me the great values that he gave me.
I'm Senator Ian Chung from the Empire State of New York.
I'm Senator Cole Bjornson from the Empire State of New York.
I'd like to thank my parents, Tehi and Sahun, Mr. Tom Netlick, and the good people of Binghamton Post 1645, and from my Boise State, the indivisible staff and citizens of the great city of Benet from the County of Stafford.
I would like to thank my parents, Air Force Colonel Licata, Coast Guard Captain Martin for getting me to Boise State, and for the Gold Star Post 1365 for sponsoring me.
I am Senator Patrick Weaver of Illinois.
I'm Senator John Scott of Illinois.
I would like to thank my parents and my family for raising me the correct way, and also my staff and peers in Savage County and Savage County.
I would like to thank God and Illinois Boise State for finding value in me to send me here. I would like to thank my family, my sister, my mom for showing unconditional love to me, and my dad for being a lot of life and always showing me the right way.
Hi, I'm Jake Bevins, Senator from North Carolina.
Hi, I'm Senator Tucker Coombs from the great state of North Carolina.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my parents from Cary, North Carolina, American Legion Post 67, and my dear colleague, Kobe Kahn, for being here today and allowing me for this opportunity.
I'd like to thank my family, mentors, and friends for getting me to this point today. I'd also like to thank Tar Heel Boise State for your support and allowing me to serve as your governor and now as your U.S. Senator.
My name is Senator Guillermo Cabrera from the first state of Delaware.
Good evening, my name is Senator Bud from the small but not mighty state of Delaware.
I'd like to thank Coop, Chad, and all Delaware Boise State for entrusting me to represent them, as well as my high school, Cesar Ronnie High School, with my teacher, Ms. Jenny O'Connor, and my good friend Mark Kayadas for dragging me into Boise State.
I'd like to thank the exquisite staff at my Boise State, my parents, and last but not least, two good friends of mine. Commander Turner, who told me, you get it by earning it, and you earn it by being there. In regards to this program, my big brother, Ben Miller, convinced me to just try.
name is Mohamed Ahmed from Maryland, Tennessee, and I'm a delegate of Tennessee Boys State. My name is Reed Bull, and I'm from the Volunteer State of Tennessee, Senator 2023. I'd like to thank Dr. Tony Merrill and Dr. Rob Owens for organizing Tennessee Boys State, as well as the class of 2024 at Maryville High School, my parents who struggled so I didn't have to. I'd like to thank God first and foremost. I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'd like to thank my family, my parents, Bill and Tina Bull. I'd like to thank Post 104, Mr. James McLaughlin, and Tennessee Boys Stadium staff. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Senator Luke Dillon from Idaho.
I'm Senator William Song from Idaho.
I'd like to thank my parents for raising me as an individual with purpose, and Idaho Jim Boys State for sending me here.
I'd first like to thank my parents for allowing me to be the man that I am today, as well as the wonderful deans and legionnaires from the Idaho Boys State for allowing me to be here today. And last but not least, the wonderful Mr. Satchwell from the exquisite Bishop Kelly High School for alerting me of this program.
I am Matthew Martinez Voucher, Senator from Nevada.
I am Ethan Wynn, Senator from Las Vegas, Nevada.
I would like to thank Commander Kenneth Van Buren, Master Sergeant Scott Crockett, Mr. Justin Rush, and finally, my grandpa, Dennis Boyer.
I'd like to thank my two friends, Johannes and Reed, for advocating for me and for giving me the opportunity to attend Boys State as a program. I'd like to thank Mike Stella and other counselors from United Boys State who recognize my abilities to be here at Boys Nation. And I'd like to thank my friends Matt, Osh, and Sammy for inspiring me to the person I am today.
My name is Daniel Zhao, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from California.
And my name is Hugo Chesson, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from California.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my family. I love you all. I'd also like to thank Post Number 13 in Pasadena. I'd also like to thank California Boys and Girls State, counselors, and all the participants, especially the girls.
I'd like to thank my parents, Sherry and Sheila, and my brother for inspiring me to try and to challenge myself. I'd like to thank Post 283, the Pacific Palisades Post for sponsoring me. And I'd like to thank the entirety of California Boys and Girls State for putting their trust in me, most especially the senior counselors, the other members of the Whig Party staff, especially senior leadership, you know who you are. And on top of that, I would like to thank the other 6 people who were recognized for the Outstanding Citizenship Award.
I'm Colby Stone, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from Utah. I'm Carson Cooper, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from Utah. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family, my best friend Trey Hoskins, the amazing teachers at Williams High School and Utah Boys State.
I would like to thank my family and my parents, including Josh Cooper, Katie Gallion, Ryan Gallion, and Rochelle Cooper. I would like to thank Robert Dixon, who was my history teacher. I would like to thank Utah Boys State. Hello, my name is Jack Cully, Boys Nation Senator from Washington State.
Hi, my name is Nadir Liades, Boys Nation, Washington State.
I'd like to thank my teachers Jim Crouch and Edward Richard for teaching me everything I know about history. My counselor Steve Ellison for recommending the program. American Legion Post 129 in Washington State for sponsoring me. Brian Johnson and the rest of the incredible Evergreen Boys State staff for letting me be here today. Most of all, my parents who instilled the values upon me that made me work in endorsements.
I'd like to thank my parents first and foremost for their unwavering love and support. I'd like to thank my little brother for inspiring me to keep going even when I didn't want to. I'd like to thank lastly the wonderful people of Maple City and Spruce City with whom I would not, without whom I would not be here today.
I'm
Callan Zborowski-Fenster, Boys Nation Senator from Manchester, Vermont. I would like to thank Green Mountain Boys State, all those who voted for me as governor, and my wonderful town of Messier. I would also like to thank my school, Burton Academy, Mr. Von Allen, and my counselor, Ms. Hogan. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family and my mother for pushing me to be the man that I am today.
I'm Eddie Fallis, Boys Nation Senator from Middlebury, Vermont. I'd like to take the time to thank my teachers, Ariel Slater, Tara Martin, and Sarah Sewell for getting me here, my grandparents for teaching me everything they have to know about almost everything, and my parents for striving to put in me the values of taking myself wherever I can. We would also like to collectively thank the American Legion,
Dylan McNamara,
and Dave Cobb.
Hi, I'm Austin Jenkins from the great state of South Dakota.
I'm Max Salta from the great state of South Dakota.
Personally, I would like to thank my counselor, John Costello, and all my friends from Boys State that helped me prepare for Boys Nation.
I'd like to thank Caleb Weiland and Ethan Gladue and the city of Houston from South Dakota Boys Nation. And I'd also like to thank my family for supporting me throughout my whole life and helping me get here today. Also, we would like to thank our Boys Nation Director, Evangelist.
We both feel that without him, we would not be here today. Thank you.
I'm Matthew Downey, Boys Nation Senator representing Rhode Island.
My name is Abe Sameo, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from Coventry, Rhode Island.
We would both like to thank the Rhode Island American Legion, as well as all of our counselors and directors of Rhode Island Boys State. I would also like to thank my parents and my coach.
I would love to thank firstly my parents and family, Rhode Island Boys State, and Coventry American Legion Post 81, as well as the amazing staff and faculty at Coventry High School, Roll Oaks.
My name is Bart Jordan from Western Indiana.
My name is Jaden Seaton, Senator from Indiana.
I'd like to begin by thanking my American Legion Post 72 in Indiana, and additionally thank my mother, my brothers, and sisters for encouraging me for taking on this challenge.
I'd like to thank my parents and my sister for providing me encouragement, support, and counsel throughout this whole experience. It's very much appreciated. I also like to thank the American Legion and my local Post 145 for sponsoring me to even be on this, to even come here. And then I'd like to thank all the Hoosier Boys State representatives, especially my Bartlett County. Shout out to you guys for trusting me with representing all of you. Thank you.
I'm Sam Dodson, Senator, Boys Nation Senator from the great state of West Virginia.
I'm Christian Arnold, Boys Nation Senator for 2023 from the state of West Virginia.
We'd like to start by collectively thanking American Legion Post 68 in Bridgeport, West Virginia. I'd also like to thank my family, my parents, my brother, also all the wonderful teachers that I had at Bridgeport High School, which have pushed me to become the person I am today and be here. And also all of the fellow citizens and staff at Mountaineer Boys State, as well as all of my fellow senators and counselors here at Boys Nation that have made these 2 weeks some of the best of my life.
I would like to thank my family for constantly pushing me to be the best person that I can be. I would like to thank my teachers, Mr. Jason Lake and Mrs. Christy Smith, for teaching me everything I know about our nation and its government. And I would like to thank Mr. Jim Davis for guiding me during my time at Boys Nation.
My name is Andrew Dong, and I'm a 2023 Boys Nation Senator from the free state of Iowa.
My name is Parham Sampat, and I'm a 2023 Boys Nation Senator from Cedar Falls, Iowa.
First of all, I'd like to thank my local American Legion post 721 in Coralville, Iowa, for allowing me to be a late sign-up for Boys State. Secondly, I'd like to thank all my fellow Boys Staters at Hawkeye Boys State and the Board of Directors for allowing me to represent Iowa at Boys Nation. And finally, I'd like to thank my parents and my brother for their everlasting love, support, and sacrifice.
First of all, I'd like to thank American Legion Post 237 in Cedar Falls for providing me with this opportunity and sponsoring me to go to Boys State. I'd also like to thank my U.S. history teacher, Mr. Longnecker, for encouraging me all the way. And finally, and most importantly, I'd like to thank my parents and my sister for providing me with the love and support to be able to come here.
My name is Henry Apollo, Boys Nation Senator from Denmark, Wisconsin.
My name is Ruben Mendes, Boys Nation Senator from Wisconsin, 2023.
I'd first like to take the time to thank all the amazing counselors and staff I've had at Boys State, especially Director Bill Koch. Thank you for taking a chance on me and giving me this opportunity. I'd also like to thank my English teacher, Mr. Olson, for giving me my love for government and history, and my family and parents.
I would like to thank my school staff and advisors for nominating me for Boys State and for American Legion Post 1 for sponsoring me. I'd like to thank all of the counselors and staff at Boys State for believing in me and taking me to Boys Nation. And I would like to lastly end off thanking my parents and my brother for making me the man I am today. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Audio Garcia from Olathe, Kansas, being a Boys Nation Senator.
Hi, I'm Greg Sander from Kansas.
I would first like to start off by thanking my mom, my dad, and my brother for supporting me. I would like to thank Kansas Boys State, especially Lucas Haas, Johannes Sieber, and Tom Rearman. I would like to thank the Torres family and my best friend, Torres, and most importantly of all, Mr. Young, my U.S. history teacher.
I'd like to first start by thanking my family for the love and support. Then I'd like to thank Junction City High School for selecting me as long as Post 45 for sponsoring me. I'd like to thank Kansas Boys State and the City of Shoemakers, shout out you guys. And then finally, Lucas Haas for mentoring me and getting me to where I am today. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Caleb Greenlee, 2023 representative of the Equality State, Wyoming.
And I'm Jed West, 2023 Boys Nation Senator of the Equality State of Wyoming.
I'd like to thank Justin Rover for recommending me to this program, my Wyoming Boys State program itself, and Aaron Freeman, who taught me unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer indifference and ability.
I'd like to show my utmost gratitude towards my family, parents in specific, for providing unwavering support in all of my endeavors, which is growing me into the leader that I am today. As well as John Bennett, my local post at Sheriff Wyoming, post number 7, and the entire Boys State staff with Brett Kaler at the lead, giving me their vote of confidence for representing them on a national scale.
Hello, my name is Katie Thompson, Senator for 2023 Graham City, Kentucky.
My name is David Daniel, 2023 Boys Nation Senator from the great state of Kentucky.
First off, I'd like to shout out my beautiful mother, Kimberly Thompson, as well as my guidance counselor, Lisa Coleman, who's helping me significantly, as well as my senior army instructor, CW3 Keith Murphy, for making sure that I'm always in check. As well as Post 23 and my counselors at Boys State, as well as my mascot, Senator Dave, for just being my rival at Boys State, pushing me there.
I'd like to thank my mother, my father, my grandmother, my grandfather. I'd also like to thank American Legion Post 9 from Owensboro, Kentucky. I'd like to thank Director Floden from Kentucky Boys State, Owensboro High School, Go Devils, and I'd like to thank the first teacher that ever believed in me, Ms. Landry. And lastly, I'd like to thank my co-delegate from Kentucky, Katie Thompson. I couldn't have done it without her.
My name is Paul Renette. I'm Boys Nation Senator from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Hello, my name is Clint Ellison, a Boys Nation 2023 Senator from the Commonwealth of Virginia.
I'd like to thank my parents, as well as my school, James Monroe High School, and all the teachers there. I'd like to thank American Legion Post 55 and its chairman, Tommy Lee, for sending me to Boys State. I'd like to thank all the counselors at Boys State who chose me to come here to Boys Nation.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my loving and supportive family for raising me to the man I am today. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff at my high school, Benedictine College Preparatory, for instilling in me the values of conscious discipline and achievement. I'd like to thank American Legion Post 215, and I'd like to thank my best friend, Charles Buchanan, for pushing me and motivating me to get through this process. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my counselor from Boys State, Mr. Mark Seavey, for believing in me and supporting me throughout this entire process.
Hi, my name is Josh Blake, the Boys Nation Senator 2023, representing Sportsman's Paradise, Louisiana.
Hi, my name is Braylon Broussard. I am a 2023 Boys Nation Senator representing the Sportsman's Paradise of Louisiana.
First of all, I'd like to thank my American Legion Post who provided a grant separate from my school's funding so that I could attend Boys State. My loving parents, all of my teachers, especially Mr. Rowe, Ms. Norton, and Ms. Scott, my Ryland family, and of course, everybody within the cities of LaSalle and Lafourche within the mighty Mississippi Parish back in LA Boys State.
I'd like to thank my parents, Ms. Tina from Louisiana Boys State, Ms. Stephanie from Post 69, and most importantly, God.
My name is Roman Hamilton, Boys Nation Senator from the Lone Star State of Texas.
And my name is Venkatia Naganti, Boys Nation Senator from the great state of Texas.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my family, Walton F. Hoffman Memorial Post for sponsoring me, Texas Boys State, and the great Foreman City, and the intentional teaching staff at Smithson Valley, including Casey O'Brien and Jonathan McKinney. They'll mean the world to me.
I'd like to first thank my school, Newman Smith High School, specifically Mr. Graham Coleman and Ms. Stephanie Videz for telling me about this opportunity and supporting me all the way. I'd like to thank Post 597 for taking my application to the last minute and giving me this opportunity. I'd like to thank Robert City at Texas Boys State for giving me leadership skills, my Ryland family for teaching me what it means to be a good leader, and most importantly, my family for supporting me every single step of the way.
Hi, my name is Andrew Guthamana, Senator from the heart of America, Missouri.
My name is Aiden Heaney, representing Rhineland, Missouri, representing Shawnee State.
First off, I'd like to thank my family, my mom and dad, my two sisters, Rose and Elizabeth, for being inspirations every day to me. I'd like to thank my local American Legion Post, as well as my sponsor, Jason Notmaker, for making everything possible, the counselors at Missouri Boys State, and finally, Rockridge High Schools for supporting me for 3 years, and my counselors, Mr. Bird and Ms. Doherty, with whom thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Lord within whom all things I've ever done and ever will do and done through. I'd like to thank my family and all the adults who have supported me, including the head job, my youth pastor, and my government teacher, Mr. Nader. I'd also like to thank my grandfather, with whom I have done everything through losing personal identity. He was a veteran, a union worker, a farmer, a Christian, and ultimately the man who is the reason I am the man I am today, and within whose legacy I wish to pursue, and whom I greatly admire.
Hi, my name is Aiden Dog, a Boys Nation Senator representing South Carolina.
And I'm Brandon Freeman, Senator from the great Palmetto Boys State.
First off, I'd like to thank my parents for continuing to support me. I'd like to thank my guidance counselor, Mr. Kevin Kirkley, for suggesting this program to me. And I'd like to thank American Legion Post 6 in Columbia, South Carolina for sponsoring my attendance at Boys State.
I would like to thank family and friends for giving me this opportunity, as well as the Palmetto Boys State staff, city, and counselors for believing in me. Thank you.
I'm Michael O'Brien, a Boys Nation delegate from the state of Michigan.
And I'm Juan Manfeld, Boys Nation delegate from the state of Michigan.
I would like to give thanks to the Saline American Legion, my parents, my sisters, all of the staff at Saline High School, especially my government teacher, Jason Dominic.
I'd like to thank my parents for sponsoring me and sending me here and for being endlessly supportive. My younger brothers for pushing me to be better, and my government teacher, Mr. Dudash, for teaching me about what Boys State and Boys Nation is and for pushing me to go here. And we'd like to collectively thank our Boys State counselor, Jake, for helping us and for making it so that we were motivated to actually go and fill out Boys Nation and come here.
Hi, I'm Matt Davey from the great state of Maine.
My name is Jack McCormick, representing Cape Elizabeth, Maine as a senator in the Boys Nation.
First off, I'd like to thank all the wonderful staff and friends I've made at Jericho State, as well as primarily Laura Elise for pushing me here, my friends and family, as well as Jack McCormick right here.
First, I'd like to thank everyone at Cape Elizabeth High School, specifically Miss Oliver and Dr. Melanson, without you all being able to speak with conviction like I am here today, and Miss Cross while I'm here. I'd like to thank American Legion Post 35 in Southport, Maine, for allowing me to be here. And I'd like to thank my friends, family, Matthew, Avi, and Jericho State. You guys are the best.
My name is Remy Fernald. I'm a 2023 Boys Nation Senator from Massachusetts.
My name is Edwin Mukalazzi, Boys Nation U.S. Senator from Andover, Massachusetts.
First off, I'd like to thank Mr. John O'Connor and Post 221 Vector for sponsoring me at Boys State, the staff and friends that I met at Boys State, Massachusetts, and my parents for their love and support, and lastly, my grandmother for teaching me everything I know about this nation.
First off, I'd like to thank my mother for loving and working hard for our family. Secondly, I'd like to thank my English teacher, Ms. Tachis, for nominating me for Boys State. I'd also like to thank American Legion Andover Post 8 for sending me and sponsoring me for Massachusetts Boys State. And lastly, I'd like to thank my Massachusetts Boys Staters back at home for trusting me and electing me to represent our great state nationally. Thank you.
I'm Jacob VR, representing Minnesota.
DJ Wade, representing the land of 10,000 influences.
I'd first like to thank the Lord, and then American Legion Post 142. I'd also like to thank all the Minnesota Boys State staff and my teachers back at home, Mrs. Leshke, Mr. Quinlan, and also my grandparents. Thank you.
I'd like to first thank my parents and from Super Station, representing my people wherever I am, very important, as well as my teacher and coaches, Coach Strickland, Mr. Fong, Mr. Wu, and Ms. Knight, showing me anything possible.
Hi, my name is Daniel Park from Maryland, and I am a Boys Nation. And my name is Jonah Wu from Elgin City, Maryland. I would like to thank my parents who walked so I could run. I would also like to thank Post 171 sponsor being here, my guidance counselor, Mrs. Kukulis, who made this all possible, and Carly McCullen, Mayor Hernandez, and also Bill Tommy Patriots. First, Mom and Dad, I love you.
Second, Logan, you're a punk, but I still love you. I would like to thank Post 156 for sponsoring me, Maryland, Boys State, and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Hello, I'm Jaleel Taylor and I'm from Herndon, Mississippi.
Hi, I'm Howard Eastland from the great state of Mississippi.
I would like to thank Jesus Christ and my parents first and foremost, and G. Lucky for sponsoring me. I also like to thank my Boys State staff and my Zoom brothers. And I would also like to thank my football coaches and tennis coaches for support.
I'd like to firstly thank God, Post 55 of Oxford, Mississippi, City of Hickman, and Mississippi Boys State, my Council of World Things, Tribal Chief, the rest of the delegation, staff, and Mississippi Boys State for trusting me. I'd also like to thank my classmates and teachers, especially Mr. Nicholas, and I'd also like to thank my friends and family, most importantly, my sisters, my parents for sharing.
I'm Senator Donnie Mandela from the Church of State of Montana.
I'm Scott Floyd from Bozeman, Montana.
First, I'd like to thank American Legion Post 70 for singing Boys State, Montana Boys State for singing Boys Nation. I'd like to thank my FFA advisor for always being there for me. I'd like to thank my friends for always being there for me, and my family.
First off, I'd like to thank my counselor, Ms. Covington, for convincing me to sign up for Boys State in the first place. I want to thank Montana Boys State for believing me and pushing me to this place I am today. And my parents, I love you guys. Thank you for everything you do. And Stevie, thanks for pushing me, bro.